Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes. Gracias por venir. Thank you for coming. This is our March. I can't remember what month we're in. Our March Roundtable for parents. And today we're going to be talking to you about STEM. I don't know how many of you know. Does anyone know what STEM means? After today you are. So we're going to teach you about what STEM is. STEM is something that many of you may have heard of, may have not. We're very excited to have you here to listen and to talk with you about exciting things we're doing with regards to curriculum. ¿Hay alguien que necesita traducir en español? ¿No hay nadie que necesita ayudar? ¿Hay alguien que necesita ayuda? ¿Traducir? ¿No? ¿Sí? No. ¿Es that the group? ¿Ustedes necesitan ayuda en español? Ok, si necesitan español, por favor, vengan aquí ¿a dónde? ¿En el mesa? Where would you like them to be? Right here?
No, but there's so maybe we go to the back page. ¿Quieren irse a otra mesa allá atrás? Okay.
¿Ahí puede escuchar bien? Okay. Okay, gracias. So right now I'd like to call up our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Kendra Johnson, who's going to help you talk about what we're going to do today and bring up some of our great staff who are here to also introduce to you STEM. And after Dr. Johnson and Mr. Toffee, I want you to ask the same question at the end. How do you know, who knows what STEM means? Because I saw one hand go up, but at the end I want to see all the hands go up. Okay, Dr. Johnson, thank you.
Good evening, friends and family. Good, I'm going to try this again. Good evening, friends and family. Good evening. Reciprocal, right? So thank you for coming out this evening. As the superintendent mentioned, we're going to learn about STEM. We're not just going to talk to you, we're going to have you interact in STEM-related activities. So we're going to move. We're going to talk. We're going to actually experience what our students are going to be experiencing in a STEM environment. But first order business, what is STEM? The S in STEM stands for science. The T in STEM stands for technology. The E in STEM stands for engineering. The M in STEM stands for mathematics. So, when we talk about STEM, we're talking about how do these very distinct content areas integrate together so that we can make sure that our students are globally competitive. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But housekeeping business, my friends. I hope you all signed in and received a coupon, because it's no fun if we can't engage in a little raffle together. And we have treats for you. Also, on your table, you have these blue sheets of paper. Whenever you engage with us in Trinity Public Schools, we want to know if there's anything that we can do to assist you. So if you're hearing something, you see something that invokes a question or a concern, fill this out and give it to me before you leave so that we can follow up with you. No question should go unanswered when you are amongst friends and family and when it comes to your children. So I also now want to draw your attention to the agenda. So friends, the agenda. What is STEM? I just told you what STEM is, but we need to experience it. So when your students come home and they say, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Aunt, loved one, we just engaged in the STEM activity. What does that a classroom and they say STEM is going on, what should you as a parent expect? We all want our kids to be successful. You give us your best, right? So at home, as parents, legal guardians, grandparents, aunts, uncles, loved ones of children, what can you do to support STEM careers? So I was one of those kids that liked to mix things from a very early age. That was me. I ended up majoring in chemistry because my parents cultivated me doing some safe mixing. You know what I mean? No bleach and all of those things. But safe experimentation. What can you do as a parent to help promote your children's interests? If you see them liking to dig in the grass, and I was one of those people too, let them dig. Talk to them about what they see. Help them classify it. And if you don't know, reach out to us so that we can help you. And then we're going to roll up our sleeves and have some fun. And we will put you in groups. If you say, I want to stick with people at my table, we're okay with that. Because we want it to be a safe environment. We have some teachers here who are giving up their time to tell you this is what STEM is about. At this point, I would like to turn the conversation over to my colleague. I'm very pleased to introduce to some and present to others Mr. Michael Toff. He is our supervisor of science, supervisor of CTE, and let me tell you what that means. It's career and technical education. And if you read the newspaper lately, after 15 years, our auto CTE program is coming back to Trinity. And we have several other CTE programs coming back as well. And we have new ones. So if you have questions about that, family, friends, fill this out. Make sure you write your first name and last name and a phone number. If you have a pressing question, grab me, grab Mr. Toff so we can answer your questions before you leave. If we need to do some research and follow up, we will. So as I mentioned, I would like to introduce or present Mr. Toff. Thank you.
Thank you and good evening. We're going to start by watching a couple clips. And while we're watching, I want to have a discussion afterwards. What did you learn about STEM from these clips?
Why is science, technology,
Engineering and math.
STEM is important in many ways. Technology is an important part in the field of robotics. Engineering is an important part in my everyday life. Kids can learn a lot if you spend some time to pick up objects of the etc. STEM education is important to me because now the most of the technology we have now
There's a lot of people that excel in fields that will help bring new ways of living. Maybe it bring new cures for disease, or maybe it's finding new ways to travel.
math is everywhere, so everybody knows that.
They will also be able to use what they learn in school and in life.
Let's say someone sends a robot. That robot takes a sample of the moon back to the Earth. Like, we send a sample of the core. talked about topics in education. But what exactly is STEM? STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But it's more than that. STEM has grown to represent a unique approach to teaching and learning, one that centers around individual students' learning styles and interests. This means STEM education has something to offer every student. Unlike traditional education experiences in which subject areas are concentrated on separately, STEM education emphasizes technology and integrates subjects in ways that connect disciplines and relate them to each other. So why is STEM getting so much attention? STEM moves beyond simple test performance and focuses on developing higher-level thinking skills by connecting classroom learning to the real world. STEM emphasizes collaboration, communication, research, problem-solving, critical thinking, and creativity. Skills that students need to be successful in today's world, regardless of specific interests or career goals. STEM is a direct response to the realization that our future will be built on our capacity for innovation, invention, and creative problem solving. Unfortunately, the United States is falling behind internationally, ranked 17th in science and 25th in mathematics among industrialized nations. It will become more and more difficult to remain competitive in a global economy. However, as a result of STEM implementation over the last decade, the number of fourth grade students performing at or above basic levels of math has grown almost 30%. The evidence is out there and points to STEM education being a vital part of the future of the American education system and our ability to effectively train future global innovators and world leaders.
So what did you learn about STEM from these two clips?
For those of you that aren't familiar with STEM, the acronym stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And in my 20 years of education, I have seen kids become the most perseverant problem solvers just using STEM education in the classroom.
Okay, so would anyone like to share what did you learn about STEM from these two clips?
It seems like STEM is diverse according to people academic levels of where they can grow and prosper. And there's so much out there, and that are accustomed to doing this, they work together as a team, and they all grow, and they feel positive about their accomplishments.
Very good. Would anyone else like to share?
You get the opportunity to discover what the life and feel. They're sort of like something like you said earlier.
Very good. We have some very good feedback so far. Any more? Okay, so we're going to go on to the next slide. As we mentioned, I'll mention again, the S is for science, the T is for technology, the E is for engineering, and the M is for mathematics. So it's teaching science in a way that includes utilizing technology, problem solving, and developing engineering skills and integrating all these skills with mathematics. As they said in the clip, traditionally we thought of all subjects as separate. What STEM does, it brings it all into one. And when you're using all the skills in one course, they all build on each other. So the science, students develop critical thinking and observational learning skills, asking questions, predicting what they think will happen, figuring out a way to test what they think, and testing it. So children might ask, what causes plants to stay alive? Young children might ask that. And you could ask them, well, what do you think? They give you an answer. They might be right, they might be wrong. So how could you test that? And then they have to ask them how to test it. Come up with a way to prove yourself right and come up with a way to prove yourself wrong. Because actually science works is you come up with an idea and you try to prove it right, everyone tries to prove it wrong. And if no one can prove you wrong, it becomes a fact. Technology, students can work with computer simulations, which we're going to do at one of our stations. Programming computers or robotics. We have more than one robotics club in this district. Engineering. Students will develop problem-solving skills. We're also going to have a station everything we have technologically is because we wanted a better way to do something. And people come up with ideas on how to solve those problems. And mathematics students will compare, interpret, and graph the data as well as solve equations that prove scientific concepts. And we're doing this a lot at our 9th grade academy right now. I pulled the data yesterday for comparing the physics, actually at all the chambers, not just the 9th grade academy, comparing all students who took physics last year versus all the students who took physics this year. Last year we had 5 students who took physics and were qualified to take AP physics this year, and only 2 who were highly qualified. In the first semester alone, with our new physics program, we have 96 students at Chambers who qualified to take AP and 43 who are considered highly qualified. So that's a huge jump. And we're not even, what?
I said they made it interesting. That's why they were engaged in order. That's why
and you're absolutely
they're not engaged or interested. They're not going to do it.
and you're absolutely correct.
Yeah, because my son was at the 9th grade academy and he told me he's in that class for physics. And he never took extra science till he got that class.
Let's pause so that everyone has an understanding of this work. We have adopted in Trenton Public Schools Progressive Science Initiative, okay? And what that is doing for the first time in our history, every single 9th grader is taking physics. Not some, not the ones who have been deemed to be college bound. Every single 9th grader is taking physics. As a freshman, you may be saying, why so early? Right? What we know about science and how kids comprehend and make connections, starting with physics from a content perspective, makes the most appropriate sense. And then they take algebra that has physics integrated. So kids are saying for the first time, I get it. It makes sense to me. So this parent says engagement, she's absolutely important. But just as important as engagement is making kids feel like they can get it, that they understand. So I think that Mr. Tall, he's so professional and poised. I had to jump up and say, we need to celebrate our students because every single 9th grader is taking physics. We are creating the pipeline for our students to be able to go into college with college courses eligibility here by getting these youngsters in AP courses. So we're building the pipeline. And this is due to a partnership between Trenton Public Schools and our teachers union. Our teachers union wrote a grant for $100,000+ so that we can train our teachers who weren't physics certified to become physics certified. And we're proud to say that we are about to start a chemistry cohort so that next year, these same students who are taking physics can continue into chemistry as 10th graders. So we're doing this because we know, can you go to the next slide? We know that in terms of your children having jobs and being competitive, the jobs are in STEM. And right now they're sitting vacant because we, as Americans, or those who live in America, are not prepared for these jobs. And as public school agents, we have a duty, we have a responsibility to make sure that our students, when they walk out of our high school, can go and compete, whether it's into a trade program, whether it's into an apprentice program, or whether it's into a 2-year or 4-year institution. So a part of what I want you, and really pray that you walk away from this conversation with, is the urgency of making sure that we debunk the myth that our kids cannot do well in math and science. I grew up in a community who says we don't do well I wasn't good at science. You tell them, if you don't understand, you go talk to your teacher. If your teacher doesn't explain it to you, you pick up the phone and you call school. Because it's a partnership, right? So I apologize. I'm excited. I'm a curious friend training. All right?
So if we just look at the numbers, 18 of the 20 highest paying jobs in the United States are STEM jobs. Now, if we look at going up to 150, according to MyPlan.com, the 30 highest paying jobs are all STEM jobs. 46 of the top 50, and 89 of the top 100, and 132 of 150 top paying jobs. So STEM is a good way to make a lot of money. Now, also we look at availability. Okay, according to U.S. News and World Reports, 7 of the 9 most in-demand jobs are STEM jobs. You graduate with a STEM degree, you get a job. 18 to 25 fastest growing occupations are STEM.
Stop there. Children, when your children come to you parents and say, I don't want to go to college, don't fight them. Show them the numbers. Say to them, how do you want to live? Talk to them about what type of lifestyle do they want. I've learned when I'm talking to young people, I don't get into that battle of college versus non-college. Get into the battle of how do you want to live? How do you want to sustain your family? And then be creative, because there are some careers you can go into right after high school if they have prepared themselves in high school. So college is the way. I'm a first-generation college student, so college has opened up the door for myself and my family, and all my little cousins and all the people in my family, because it takes one to open up the door. But for some of the young people, college is not the way. What other options are there? So we're talking about STEM careers. The money is in STEM. It's clear. But you can also do trades that are related to STEM, and you can be equally as successful. So when we are dealing with these very strong-willed young people, let's not battle over college or not. Let's battle over being prepared or not, because you want to be able to say to your loved one that when you exit high school, you have the option to go to college or not. And you can't make that decision as a senior. You have to start that work in elementary school, then middle school, then high school. So this is not a pro-college campaign, even though college is definitely the way for many of us. It's not the only way for all of us. So please have that conversation with your young people when you're talking about getting yourself ready for adulthood.
And this is the last slide before we go to activities. But another reason STEM is important, I mean, right now we're in part testing. And we're in a Common Core state. At the elementary level right now, 50% of the tests read for Common Core state standards in the part test are in informational STEM or social studies. And that number goes up in middle school to 60%, and the high school to 70%. So the nation, even when it comes to literacy, is pushing STEM literacy at this time.
Okay, so family and friends, I've placed a number on your table. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So the number of your group, you're going to go to that station first, and then we will let you know when to rotate. So, all right, so we're going to have, before they move, Clinton, what each station is.
Okay, so station 1 is back there with Ms. Allen, who is actually one of the teachers who taught physics this first half of the year. And her station is going to be on lab-based science. Station 2 is with Ms. Marcus Ray here, who is actually going to start the chemistry cohort on Saturday. And she's going to do problem-based learning. Station 3 is with Ms. Allen over here, who is going to do engineering. Station 4 is with Mr. Walco, who is going to teach you about parents on how to navigate the website at Better Home for your children at home, and more information about the PSI program that we were talking about earlier. Station 5 is going to be your interview with me, and that's going to be learning using computer simulations. And Station 6 is going to be Dr. Rollins, who is going to go over the relationship between science and literacy and extracting information and architecture.
So, Mr. Talk, let them know if you have too many people at your group, we're flexible, we're educated, so you can elect to join another group. We will let you know in 10 minutes when it's time to rotate. Okay, so feel flexible to start off at any group you like, but we want to organize. Thank you.
So this year we launched the PSI.
Okay, you're welcome. Hi, hello. Hi. Let's see, we have, I know he's in school, right?
Yes.
There we go. What's that? Oh, okay. My name's Mr. Waldo. I'm a middle school science teacher in Trenton, Joyce Gilmer. And part of what we do is we use our website and a PSI, Progressive Science Initiative website in our classrooms. Are you familiar with the district website?
Él trabaja en la escuela y eso es parte de lo que ellos hacen en las clases. Ellos van a la red cibernética y ahí ellos
Are you familiar with the district website?
No, siempre
No? You don't know?
a la red cibernética nunca he estado a la red cibernética.
Okay, well the Trenton Public School District has a website that gives us a lot of information about our programs of study, how to contact people, our curriculum. You can see here, that's our homepage.
Esta página que se ve viendo es la de las escuelas públicas de Trenton. Ahí ponen toda la información, si la escuela cierra, aquí está toda la información. Perdón. No, ahí en español también, algunas cosas están traducidas. Como ahí entra lo de si van a registrar a los niños, a matricularlos, está en inglés y en español.
And there are a lot of options for both languages. You do have information on the entire district, individual schools. You can contact staff, email teachers. There's a school calendar, a lot of information like for emergencies, snow days, cancellations. So that is all on the district website. So that's really good information. You can also find his curriculum. What grade are you in? 3rd grade. So if you go onto the website, you could actually find what he's doing in 3rd grade, his program of study, what he's learning.
Si usted entra, está puede ver el currículo de su niño y lo que está aprendiendo en tercer grado.
So what I'd really like you to do is you want to just go and check some of the features on the website. If you want to go, like here's the school calendar. take a couple moments. What school are you in again? Okay, so go to school. Okay. All right, now where are we at? Elementary school, right? Go to elementary. Elementary. Go right ahead, sit down. And that's going to tell you everything about brain. Everybody is together? No. He's here. Okay, so he looked up on the brain site and it gives him all the information about brain. We're very handy, very convenient. So you get a lot of information about it. Okay. Okay. Now here, Washington school site, so we'll give you all the information you can contact the staff, different links that we also have a website here for The next site that is good to look at is the site where we actually use it in the classroom. This is the progressive science site, which is right here. And what this does is it gives us everything that the students are actually doing in school when we use the PSI program with the STEM. So here we go, and parents could access this at home too, so it's not just students in school. So if we go to our courses, we go to science by state, so we go to New Jersey, and we go to science. This is actually going to be for middle school students, but if you open this up, we'll get the units that the students actually learn in class. modify and we would action, we would do this. And we would go by user. I'm a military people, so I know about this. So when you get to sixth grade, you work on things like this. Weighing, weather, and climate. You like weather? Especially snow days, right? I like snow days. Yeah, but that's okay. So let's do a weather and climate stuff for us, okay? So when we open up the weather and climate, what we did is going to be a PowerPoint.
And 1 minute for the station move.
Students will take about 15, 20 minutes and just run over the slides, and then then they get to break into the group. They can do class. So here's the slides that you can see. And ask us questions. Here we're talking about sunlight in the atmosphere. You know, we have our general topics. And here, the students are working in small groups, they're discussing, and it gets to a point where they have questions in there. They're asking, what type of climate is it? So is it hot? Is it cold? Is it rainy? We get a discussion going.
Finish your sentence and rotate.
Here's a little question to find out if the students understand what's going on. So you can do this at home.
3 goes to 4. 4 goes to 5. So let's rotate. I see. Okay, we going. We need
And this is all related to, it's all related to beauty.
And then it hits play.
Is there somewhere? You might have to type in that address here. Well, for grant school, they might not. Well, the curriculum is, it's changed. I don't know about elementary. I know for middle school, it's changed. They did do science and for grade 8. They would go into what you do is you go to the model curriculum and you see what they do for science and that well, like they're saying, that's science, math, technology, engineering. As they were saying, you don't necessarily have to go to college, but if you have a trade or a skill that's going to prepare you for the job. So technicians, installers, maintenance, new energy fields, techniques, they have to be trained on that. So we go to like our third grade science. Okay, this is our science website. like the PSI or the people that we're working with. Let's go to we're just talking about motion. All right. So here's one of the units that we're working on. This is something to load up here, and you'll get the what the students are doing in class. Well, the windmills, do you mean offshore? I don't know. I mean, that's a political you want to just scroll down here? This is a typical presentation that the students are working with. They may read it one at a time or at a class or teacher reading it. But you have access to different functions that the students would have access to. So this is a typical lesson with the PowerPoint. Are you familiar with the website alternative? Well, this site will give us all information about the district and individual schools. We have our school calendar, and of course a variety of things connected to our that's a lot of information. We use this organization which has developed this program for us to follow, PSI, that Progressive Science Initiative, and this is what we're using to teach our classes. It's all set out for us, so basically it's preparing us to use because that's going to give you provokes discussion in small groups. There are questions that affect understanding. So maybe again, multiple stories for coordination, where you kind of do how they kind of get to what they need to know, or you need to spend a little more time on topic. So it's a combination of giving them some information, let them discuss, respond, and then try to and then once you're done with a section, there is classwork to do, so it's more in-depth questions. You do a small group. These are available, and then again, it's building where they are, and then you can, work with that. Well, yes, it all builds. So depending on where, I could have 4 different tables at different levels. So if somebody mastered this, like you said, in what?
Hello, how are you? Are you guys familiar with the district website? The district website gives us all the information. It's a homepage, and this is about the district itself, relative information, the school calendar, events, there's news, there's links. You can go to your individual schools.
What a lesson would typically look like. You have maybe 15
boxes unfortunately don't work right now, so we just have to do that. But it'll give you what you're talking about. It'll give you some information that can provide opportunity for discussion amongst the students. And then when you get to a certain point in the lesson, you'll ask questions for the students to answer. So you can figure out if they know what they learned what we're talking about. And then once you get to that point, you can provide the students with classwork that further, delves into the information. It's intended to be worked in a small group. So this way students could talk to one another, because students learn best from other students by talking and everything. The teacher kind of oversees and gets a feel of where they're going. They're going in the right direction. And then with the questions that are here, you could say, you guys know, we can go forward, or let's say we're running more time. This one here, we're talking about whether it's going to tell us, basically what we want to know. We have, here we go, we ask the children a question. The question is so right off the bat, we're asking about weather and climate. What are some of the things that involve or what do you think about weather and climate? So all of those would affect that. So it opens up the discussion, and that brings up the engagement. If you want to click through some of the slides, go right ahead. Okay, I was just saying how with that website for the NJCTL, for the PSI we're talking about, what the students actually see in the classroom. Actually, here we go. So what happens is, this is what the students actually see in the classroom. So they will get your total content, so that just gives an overview of what you're going to be working with. And it goes through, it gives us, direction, it gives us information. Unfortunately, click on this. Work in small groups. So that's where students with different abilities, if you have a higher and maybe a lower student, they work together and they kind of both benefit. We ask, or in my classes, I would have students read the slide, so it's, it helps to improve their reading skills. And as you go through, it's always asking you, so you have 3 things that are coming up with a list of items that influence weather. From that, you can still the discussion. And the discussion, concepts are knowledge. And as you go through this, they might say hot, they might say cold, they'll give you an answer. And again, it's just one discussion. At the end of the section, they'll give you a little question to see if the students understand what we're talking about. So here, this one is talking about based on just that, and you add temperature, are we talking about weather or climate? So they can have a little discussion. Then you take a poll, see who says A, who says B, and then you can reveal the answer, and you can have another discussion based on how the students show. If all the students get the right answer and they understand it, that's great. Then we go forward. We move forward. There's, each one has, and in this case, the answer is B. Again, another question answered related to the weather. It gives us the answer, and all of this will promote discussion, but it gauges where the students are on that information. And in this case, all of that. Now, here's a little review on it, so let's go into the next slide. If for some reason the students didn't understand that, I could go back and work with it. In addition to having the PowerPoint, this information on our website, we would provide the students with, say, a page that has good slides, like maybe 3 slides on a page where they can take notes of how to use that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in 1 minute, we're going to rotate.
This is available, again, at home. We have internet connection, Wi-Fi, good access. Students have class, or after this is just class. Students might spend another 30 minutes doing questions or other very important things. There's also labs that are incorporated in video labs where they actually watch the video and go through the lab with the video, answer questions. There's web programs. So it's as you go through it, that's the same anything. Is there any But the whole thing is it promotes discussion, and that's what we want to do, to get students interacting and thinking. That's what we're doing, is develop the thinking skills, the questioning skills, and that would build into the STEM program. This was, develop our, teachers and researchers. It's so much. I have that about this. I use it. I kind of use it in my classes right now because I'm not able to switch over. So this is kind of like the first year we're trying this. So I used it with, I think it would be a success. And the good thing is the parents help us out. We actually in there, but if emergency comes up and someone's house for a few days, they can still look at this at home. It does keep them money for us. Great job. Sometimes they don't want to This is involving the text. Just because working on the computer itself, being able to navigate on a computer is a skill. That's a job skill that you need to learn. Every job depending on what you're studying, there's labs there's online labs, there's carry around access. But you can see how it builds. You can imagine if you have 3 or 4 students, they can answer questions. Well, we don't want depends what's on. Yeah, right. And
about anything. It doesn't have to be about this. If there's anything you would like to ask, go right ahead. Now they're also using this for math. There's more of this for math. Elementary school, but there are third grade math presentations on here, which are examples of that. So even as a parent, I don't know what your student in your class. And then this way, here's all these and it's also good too because it's something, you know, that you can do together as you know, just need to spend time on something that might need a little extra help. If you don't know, maybe you can show somebody else. So it's a lot of useful to actually now it's interesting here you're working with a problem here. Now a lot of times this is going to match what's going on here. And what's going on here might be going on in language arts or something. And there might be some math going on that they're teaching that I might have here to show graphic or show formulas or that's what it is. Hopefully, this is more practical. Yeah, well, I'm talking about something that happened 5,000 years ago. You're right. Once they know how that you use math and you know, building a house, being a carpenter, any type of job that involves measuring, converting something, electrician, there's math and everything. My son's the same way. There's some degree in each of those. And you're always going to use it. So something is relevant and it makes it better. Can I help anybody else with something, or if you want to see this one here is weather and climate, if you want to see it. Oh, you were trying to get one? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't. Okay.
Do you have any questions? Now, I'm more familiar with 6th, 7th, 8th grade because that's what I teach. But when they're talking about the physics, that's what they'll be using for high school physics, 9th grade. And then again, biology, chemistry. So this will travel from the early grades all throughout high school. So it's a good time, especially you said 3rd grade. So now's a good time. Your child's 3rd grade, so they're going to grow up with this. And they're going to grow up with these skills. So, that's a good thing to encourage. And now we let people say, our students are smart. They might not want to do the work, but they're smart. If you wish, I don't think there's a formal breakaway, so if you want to go to another station, that's your choice. Or you can stay here and you'll get more excited. That's totally your call. I think the station's kind of Well, yes, yeah, you can get this iPad. So if you go to njctl.org, it'll come up and then just follow the link to get to the grade that you're interested in. And this is good too because it's it looks better on a big screen. So here it is, the structure of the Earth, and it's an asking students to come up and talk about yourself. How did the Earth get to be how it is today? So how do you talk about it for a few minutes and what you use and ask people to answer questions, what do you think, and make a list. And it promotes discussion, asking questions. It gives you some good visuals so students might say, hey, that's erosion. What might have caused erosion? How do you think that happened? They might say,
ladies and gentlemen, in a minute we're going to do another rotation. In a minute we're going to do another rotation.
And as you go through the slide,
this, and it's also based on an example of, you know, a cross-section of the earth. So here they're talking about the crust, the outer layer, and you can talk about the crust. Again, get the students walking the basics of go a little bit more, they're talking about the water elements on the layers, and here we go, we're talking about different types of water. Now we have questions to see how they work. Students can take everything on this board, come up with an answer, and also choose the right answer. Okay? Surface goes about the history. If somebody says no, you might find out. Remember, rigorous sports, and have a bigger discussion so maybe the understanding is a little better. And this, they can talk amongst themselves. Teachers engage this in different number of ways. You can have students raise their hand for yes, no. They can have a chart. Some classes have a clicker or they click yes or no. So there's a lot of different ways that students do this. And again, this is everything that we're talking about. These are the key points that we want to understand. And we go through these questions, and everything seems like it's okay. The students can move on into classes. There's more in-depth questions where they can either, go back to the PowerPoint and answer that they can all over the internet and search that. It's still meant to be as a group, so work on it as a group, answer it. We do have answers available for that. And again, you have to ask the question as a group discussion. What more group do you like to that? This is so everything is well, the grading would still be pretty much as it has now. There is a test associated with it, but going through this, they have the students get their questions, they develop a study guide, and that's what the test is. So students, have the opportunity to take the test more than once. So it's not just poorly or something else. Depending on where you at, what school you're at, teachers can take the test. So we still have tests. There are quizzes here too. So you have tests and quizzes. website, and then you follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please?
You can just follow it down.
We're going to go over what can you do to help your children at home. So, the first thing I want to focus on is what Mr. Roundtable is going over with you. Familiarize yourself with the district website as well as the NJCTO website. Check PowerSchool to keep up with your child's performance and talking to them daily about science and math they learn in school. You can also take your child to the planetarium and use her as a state museum, discussing what they learned there. And last, the following websites have a lot of STEM activities that can be done at home. ScienceBuddies.org, mentalfloss.com. You can write these down. If not, you can, I can give you my email afterwards, and I can email all these things. ScienceKids.co.nz and ScienceBob.com. They have a lot of STEM experiments, just like the one that Alan was doing with you, and Alan that you could do at home. And now we're going to turn it over to Dr. Johnson, who's going to do the raffles.
Does everyone have one? Right at the front. Does anyone need one? Do we have everyone a few times? So, before we actually give out the two raffles, and we will have our board president pour them for us. We're very fortunate. Denise Middleton is here. She's our board president of the school district. She joined us. Thank you for being here, Madam President. Before we actually conclude our conversation, is there any parent to tell us one thing that they learned about STEM that they didn't know before they came here? One thing. Yes, ma'am? Good. Hands-on activities. I'm sorry, Dad, what did you say?
How to make the call.
Absolutely. How to make a car. Important. Any other thing that you learned that you're going to take home with your children? Okay, remember the superintendent presented the question at the very beginning. I'm going to present to you again. What does STEM stand for? Okay, well, I got one here and I'm coming back here. Okay, right here, Mom.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Science, technology, So the first coupon, please pull out your ticket. We're giving out gift cards. 0, 6, 8, 4, 4, 6, 3. Awesome! Let's see. Congratulations! It is a match for you. All right, the next one is 0, 6, 8, 4, 4, 7, 9.
There we go.
Wait a minute. Did we eat? Gift card for you. So parents, 1, thank you for coming. It is beautiful outside. If you elected to spend your time with us. Number 2, if you can join me in giving our teachers, after teaching a long day, who came in to run our station. Appreciate you. And before you leave, please make sure if you have a question or concern that we can address from the tomorrow. And if you write in Spanish, speak in Spanish, write in Spanish. We will follow up with you as well. Thank you so much.
This is a website.
So, thank you. It's been great. What is STEM? Why do we have STEM? Because we want to make sure that our students are able to go into these jobs that are being unfilled because our babies are not ready. So we will work together to make it happen. So thank you for coming. Have a great evening. Take a place. Thank you. Thank you, teachers. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Do have it for the other grades as well. I'm just going to take on 6th grade. And the big units that they're studying for the year. And of course, we're going to start running. So you can have access to this at home. There's no charge. In this case, we go to write it down. Sometimes they have surveys for parents and teachers. I'm assuming parents and students. So that might be something here. This is saying okay, this looks like but I think this is geared I think for students. Yeah, high school students. So this one particularly is for students. But sometimes there may be a parent. This one? Okay. This one, I'll just tell you, it's called NJCTO.org. That would give you the science instruction, the classroom instruction. So you go to this website and you follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please.
You can just follow it down.
We're going to go over what can you do to help your children at home. So the first thing I want to focus on is what Mr. Roundtable is going over with you. Familiarize yourself with the district website as well as the NJCTO website. Check Power School to keep up with your child's performance and talking to them daily about the science and math they learn in school. You can also take your child to the planetarium and you can share a safety museum, discuss things they learn there. And last, the following websites have a lot of STEM activities that can be done at home. ScienceBuddies.org, mentalfloss.com. You can write these down. If not, you can, I can give you my email afterwards and I can email all these things. ScienceKids.co.nz and ScienceBob.com. They have a lot of STEM experiments, just like the one that Alan was doing with you in this Hamlet that you could do at home. And now we're going to turn it over to Dr. Johnson, who's going to do the raffles.
Does everyone have one? Right at the front. Does anyone need one with that? Do we have everyone a few times? So, with your children. Okay, remember the superintendent presented the question at the very beginning. I'm going to present to you again. What does STEM stand for? Okay, well, I got one here and I'm coming back here. Okay, right here, Mom.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Science, technology, so the first coupon, please pull out your ticket. We're giving out gift cards. 0, 6, 8, 4, 4, 6, 3. Awesome! Let's see! Congratulations! It is a match for you. All right, the next one is 0, 6, 8, 4, 4, 7, 9.
There we go.
Wait a minute. Did we eat? Gift card for you. So parents, 1, thank you for coming. It is beautiful outside and you elected to spend your time with us. Number 2, if you can join me in giving our teachers, after teaching a long day, who came in to run our station, we appreciate you. And before you leave, please make sure if you have a question or concern that we can address on behalf of your child, fill this out and give it to me personally. You will have a follow-up tomorrow. And if you write in Spanish, speak in Spanish, write in Spanish. We will follow up with you as well. Thank you so much.